Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Welcome to Urbandale, Iowa. Here for your Iowa City Heartlanders JV against the Des Moines Griffins here in the Iowa Alliance League. First game of the season for the Heartlanders. The group is out there in their white jerseys today. In blue are the Griffins. This is Joshua McNary speaking. Going to be providing the audio commentary for you today. We also have Eric Pryor here on camera, giving you the visuals. A few minutes here for warm-ups. 5-minute warm-up here in the Alliance League. And the Heartlanders getting ready to go. Looks like we got Coach Jackson in charge on the bench today. And Coach Buckholtz is the other coach on the bench as well.
So I got enough excuse for not putting it in the net? There's excuse for not putting it in the net today, right? Oh, is it, you said Kate stick? There you go. No, I do not want to buy any stick.
Final minute and a half of warm-ups here. Alrighty, getting ready for first period here between the Heartlanders and the Griffins. We'll see who the Heartlanders send out here to start the game. Back in that, we know Ryder Reader will be in net for the Heartlanders. Coach Jackson bringing together for the pregame. We'll start with 15 minutes on the clock here. 15-minute periods, stop clock here in the Alliance League. We will try to keep a live clock for you here on the scoreboard for you throughout the game. And coming out to take the face off here will be Jackson. And there's the face off goes away from the Heartlanders initially. Hard on the puck there was Reinholt. And stepping up there comes the Heartlanders coming through the middle. Pass back to the D over the Heath. That goes wide of the net. Back out of the zone, back to Heath. Going deep. Giving chase there is Reinholt. Comes around the board. Back to Heath. He throws it deep in behind. Reinholt back on the puck. Gives a bump. Takes the puck away. Tries to push it out in front there. Wasn't able. Heath holds the line again. This one comes in behind. Back on it is Reinholt. That was offsides. And they do whistle that. And the Heartlanders control play in their zone. Didn't get any shots out of it, though, initially. Oh, thank you. I didn't start the clock in the first place. That would help, huh? Puck goes in behind the net. Give him some bumps there. McNary's on the puck. He fights for it. Still in the corner. Comes away with it. Around the backhand. That is Buckholz up the boards towards Davidson. Davidson gets the puck out of the zone. And McNary gives chase. Puck goes to the blue line. Up the boards. Back into the Heartlander zone. Go through up to Davidson. Davidson throws it forward out of the neutral ice. Puck goes across the middle, throw in front to Davidson. Davidson can't get a stick on it. Bounces around. Throw him back in behind. And here comes the Griffins. Stepping forward, shot up into the top corner. And that is a goal for the Griffins on, I think, their first shot. So just like that, it is 1-0 Griffins. Sweden had to put it across and back deep now for Beneke. Up the boards and back to the blue line. Thrown in. And now back to the blue line. Past Tooth, and there's a 2-on-1 momentarily there. Ghost was able to take it around. Still skating with it. Brando's old man there at center ice. Greenlee gets it across the blue line, gets held up there though, then kind of watches it there in the high slot area. Puck goes deep all the way down into the behind the net, behind Ruder. Up towards the blue line, held there, picked up by Sweeting. He gets bumped as he came across the blue line and got the shot on net. Eric, I'm having trouble. It's not. This is not controlling anything, so I'm not able to do
Oh,
anything.
uh,
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Puck comes back to the Heartlanders. Buckholz has it. He knocks it into the Griffins zone. Back the other way, all the way down. Should be nice. And the Heartlanders take the face off here to the right of the Griffins goaltender. That one bounces down in front. Oh, almost got picked up by a Heartlander there. Buckholz puts it up off one of his own players. Then it goes wide the net. Up on the blue line, held by the Heartlanders to the corner. Thrown, attempt to throw it across the middle. No one was there for it. The good guys in white. This is Reinhold Hornet, wide of the net, held there on the boards. Picked up, thrown past Jackson. He gives chase on it. It's held there by Buckholz. He puts it down along the boards. This one bounces to the neutral ice. Buckholz has it on D. Steps forward, throws it all the way down. No one there for the Heartlanders. McNary's out there now. He takes it around. Starts forward, throws it across, right in front. Backhanded attempt by, I think that was Buckholz. That one's thrown all the way up high. Shot in, wide of the net. Schmidt there on the boards. Comes over to McNary. Can't control it though. Ghoster's got it. Got Noah, or got Davidson across. Noah Davidson across. He gets hit as he throws it in. McNary on it. Goes into his skates. Knocks it away. One of his teammates gets there now. That's put back towards the D. Thrown in on net. That bounces just wide of the net. Sweet. That was Schmidt there trying to hold it on the red line. Wasn't able. He gets crunched to the boards. McNair gets back to it, throws it back towards Schmidt. Huth has it there. Picked up by Schmidt. He throws it on net. And the goaltender makes the save.
I wonder if it stops when we like turn off like we need to redo. I need to resend you the link.
Yeah, I won't be able to do anything with the clock right now. Eric is looking on the clock and the score for you there. Picked up by Davidson, throwing in the zone. This one comes out to neutral ice. Picked up by McNary. McNary puts it back to Davidson. Davidson's got it. He skates forward. Davidson works it through, gets it back. Davidson's still on the puck. He throws it towards the net but behind. There's Schmidt with it. He fights for it behind the net. Davidson comes after it again. Davidson gets it. Comes through to Schmidt. Sitting there. Caleb steps forward on it. He gets it, throws it blindly over towards Schmidt. And now the puck is held up on the blue line by, that was Hayes. Or no, that was DeWild, that's the correction. DeWild then puts it up towards Davidson, up out of the zone. McNary giving some chase. Comes across, gets knocked down by Schmidt. Schmidt comes after it. Schmidt cuts across the middle. Shot! Doesn't get through. He gives a bump. Back and forth, back to McNary. Goes through past him though. And now back the other way. Buckholz up on that puck. The Wild gives chase behind the net. The Wild puts it up to Davidson again, who's been out there a while. He needs a change. That group goes for a change as they dump it deep. Here comes Greenlee on that puck. That one goes on the side of the net. Sat there. That was looked like a pass attempt back by the Griffins. But some of these Griffins are wearing penny jerseys on there with the white jersey underneath. A little bit confusing, I would think, for the players out there looking around. Sweeting gives the puck back, comes across to Sweeting again. This comes up and all the way down and out past Huth. All the way down. They call no ice on this. And let's see, that is finicky with Huth on D right now. That one pops out. That's Ghost now on D. He steps forward, throws it up to Beneke. Huth, that's Huth and Beneke on D, I believe. No, Beneke's on the left wing. I apologize. That is Huth there. Looking for a place to pass. He puts it across. Good pass across there to Greenlee. That puck comes up to the blue line. Pushed back in. Beneke coming across the net. Can't hold it. Comes back to Huth. He loses it at the blue line, and here they come the other way. Huth was able to, Laos was able to hold that there and push it away out of danger initially. Still held there by the Griffins. That one's thrown wide of the net. Goes in behind for Ghost. He tries to pass across, stand on it, but then that goes past Greenlee. Sweeting comes out at that puck. He knocks it away. He wasn't able to come away with it, though. But all the way across and skated forward there, but then kicked away. And off the boards towards center ice. Beneke has it with a little room. Kicks forward on it. And that's Pryor putting a hit there. Got one back. So it's DeWild. DeWild puts it past Jackson to Pryor. Pryor steps forward with it. Comes around the corner. Got one in front. Oh, can't make the pass to Jackson. Tries again now. This one with a cross backslide. Shot on by Jackson. Good look. Good look. And there's a little roughhouse in there. We're going to send some roughing there on number 4 of the Griffins. Jackson was pushed there up high on the play. So Jackson will take the face off. Reinhold and Pryor on the wings. Buckholtz and DeWild, I believe, is on D. So Jackson, Reinhold, Pryor, Buckholtz, and DeWild for the power play. A minute and a half on the power play here in the Lions lead. Buckholtz gets to it, picks it up, skates around, puts it forward, goes past Jackson at center ice. That's held up, though, by Pryor. Pryor's got it now. Pryor tries to throw it across to Jackson. Sits there, and Jackson's got it. Jackson puts it. Yep, that was actually Reinhold. Now, Pryor's got it. Jackson was sitting on the far side there. They're trying to get it to him. It was Reinhold, and Pryor trying to get it to him. This goes in now to the Heartlanders zone. The Wild puts it towards Pryor. Pryor also skates, and now Buckholtz comes forward with it. Comes around wide, and they're offsides. 43 seconds left on the Heartlanders power play. We'll send out a new group here. McNary will take the face off with Davidson and Sweeting on the wings. Schmidt on the wing. That is Ghosh and Huth on D right now. Comes up all the way down. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Heartlanders. Huth picks it up, comes around the backside, kicks back the other way, looking for a pass, puts it up to Davidson. Davidson goes through him. McNary coming across on that. Oh, he almost got to it, but couldn't. Goes off of one of the Griffins, and puck sitting there. None of the Heartlanders could get to it. Bruce throws it in wide. Schmidt comes around on it. Up back towards goes. He throws it on. Goes wide and again. McNary standing in front there trying to cause a screen. Going all the way down the should be no icing because it's a power play. No, the power play just ended. So they call it off. Put it across towards McNary. He handles it. Loses it though as he was sticking on. Now coming forward is Huth there off the D position. Looking for a pass across. He cuts across, sitting there for McNary. McNary leaves it for Davis, and Davis shoots and gets the shot, but Davis gets crushed behind the net. Another penalty coming on the Griffins. Davis is up and fine though. Davidson still on the puck, leaves it for Heath. That goes all the way down and will go into the empty net, but does not count as the Griffins were called for, I don't know, the hard hit there. I don't know if it was high stick they called it or boarding. Roughing. Could have been a boarding the way it looked. uh, so, Heartlanders end up Sweeting to take the face off. Beneke on the left wing. Greenlee on the right wing. Buckholz on the left D. And that shot by Buckholz. Sitting there, can't work it in. DeWild on the other D. Holds it, throws it towards the net, hits off the side of the net. Up the boards towards Buckholz. Buckholz tries to win it forward to Beneke, but then it goes deep into the Heartlanders zone. DeWild coming after it. 1 minute left on this power play. And cutting forward is Buckholz with speed off the D position. Cutting forward, cuts through, backhand to Greenlee. Greenlee looking for the pass back to the D to DeWild. DeWild's got it, puts it across to Buckholz. Buckholz tons of space, cuts forward, shoot off. I think it went off the goaltender's net guard there. Then it bounces off the goaltender and held. I don't think it went off the puck. I think it went off the goaltender. I heard it go off the goaltender's net guard there. And 29 seconds left on the power play for the Heartlanders. Brian Holt on the wing, on the right wing, sitting behind the center is Pryor. That shot by Brian Holt. Right off the face-off. Good luck there for the Heartlanders. Fanned there by Gorsh. Up over the top of the net there, wide of the goaltender. Put across towards Pryor. Pryor cuts through the middle, bounces around. Buckholz throws it to the corner. He goes down. Pryor comes after it. Back to Heath. Heath throws it on net. Wide of the net. Good rip, but wide of the net. And power play is over now for the Heartlanders. Pryor throws it in. Pryor up off of him. Buckholz throws it on the goaltender. Goaltender for the Griffin has been sharp so far. McNary coming back out to take the face off with his line by Schmidt and Davidson. DeWild on the right D with Buckholz on the left D. McNary taking the face off here. He fights for it, goes over to Schmidt off the face off. He throws it back in front. Did not get through for McNary or Davidson. We're both sitting there. And back the other way they go. Buckholz spins around, looking for someone to make the pass to. He cuts forward and cuts through the middle. Buckholz cutting in through the middle. McNary gives chase on it, sitting there over his stick though. Davidson can't get to it. Schmidt had set back for Buckholz. Sitting there, picked up by Schmidt. He puts it forward towards Davidson. Davidson gains the line. Davidson comes forward, shoots, wide of the net. And held there by Schmidt just as the Griffins came across the blue line. This one cut across the middle. Sitting there, Davidson picks it up. Davidson kicks it forward now to Schmidt. Schmidt can't gain the line. McNary has to hold up as they were offside. He spins around. He works his way through. McNary loses it, though, as he comes across the blue line. And left there for Schmidt. Schmidt's got it. He puts it across to Davidson, who cuts it down. Shot. Bounces around and wide of the net. Up the boards to the end the period there. As after one, Griffins lead 1-0. Heartlanders had multiple power play opportunities there, could not convert. 3 minutes break here between periods. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
You want me to try to share anything?
Alrighty, getting back to the second period here.
What was the time? Was it
15-minute clock. Sweden will come out with his line mates Greenlee and Beneke. Back on D, we've got Gorsh and Host to start the period. 15-minute clock here. Puck goes into the Heartlanders zone. Puck put across past the Heartlanders. Up out into neutral ice. Picked up there momentarily by Greenlee. Then Sweden throws it across to Beneke. He throws it across the ice. Then put around the ice behind the corner by the Griffins. Who wants the puck here? Bouncing around for everyone. Beneke has it, comes up the side. That one goes in behind. Griffins fighting for it there. Comes up off the boards, and the Griffins come out with it. This one put back, and it was on by Heath. Picked up by Heath, I should say. Nice pass there off the boards to Sweeting. Across to Greenlee. Greenlee can't gain the line. Now he puts it across into open ice for Beneke. They both give chase, can't get to it though, and the Griffins now have it, and they cut forward. Thrown in the zone harmlessly by the Griffins. Put up to Greenlee. Greenlee looks for the pass forward, and Sweeting ran into one of the Griffins, but then gets back up and with the puck, throws it deep, and they go for changes. The Wild's now got it. He throws it forward past Pryor. Pryor with Jackson. Jackson can't get to it as Pryor lost it. One cheating there behind for the Griffins. But Heartlanders get to the puck, skate around. This is Buckholz cutting forward on it. Throws it in front, sitting there for the shot. It goes in! Reinhold puts it in off the pass from the side, and it is now 1-1, and the first goal of the year for JV Junior Heartlanders. Buckholz brought it in, and Reinhold was able to collect that in front and put it in past the goaltender. Jackson throws it into Reinhold. Hit there in the corner. Reinhold now has it. Looking to throw it in front. It bounces around in front. Sitting there. Nobody can get to it for the Heartlanders. That one's thrown all the way down. It will be icing. Goaltender Reader down there. Been quiet for a little while. Hasn't had too much action. McNary will come out to take the face off with Davidson and Schmidt on his wings. Gauche and Holt. This one goes, wide of the net. Goaltender did not see that. McNary fights forward in the corner. Up the boards to Gauche. He throws it in, bounces around there. Held initially. Gauche has it again with Heath on the other side. Heath tries to put out the boards to Davidson. McNary gets over there, and the D move forward. Here is Bruce to Heath. Heath up to Schmidt. Schmidt skates forward. He's got Davidson across. Schmidt comes in, loses it as he came across the middle. McNary gets to it on the blue line, but then it bounces around out of the zone back to Heath. Bounces around and sits there in front, just wide of the net. Went off of Luder's foot. Bounces around in front again now. And this one comes across the middle. Davidson can't get to it. And Heartlanders throw it out. Davidson gets to that one, and he skates into it. Davidson coming forward, kind of all alone there as McNary goes for a change. Pushing on the boards there by Schmidt. Schmidt and Davidson still out there. They fight for it. And Griffins end up with the puck. Back past the Wild, or to the Wild. He puts it forward all the way down to Davidson. Davidson fights forward on the boards there. Comes all around up the boards. But it's Sweeting out there with Davidson and Schmidt right now. The Wild and Buckholz on D. Buckholz has the puck. He puts it forward out of zone. The late offsides there for the Griffins. Buckholz comes down the ice again. around the corner. Cuts across the middle. Shot up on the goaltender. Save by the Griffins goaltender coming around the far side. And Buckholz retreats back to D with the Wild on the other side. In the zone for Greenlee. Greenlee throws it towards the net. Gives a bump there in the corner. Still fights for it. Bump there by Sweeting. He throws it in behind the net. Beneke skating around out there. Bruce comes down on the Griffins player, knocks down the advancing players, and here comes Ghost all alone, all the way off the D position, works his way around, backhand, goes wide the net. Back in front. Good shot there by Sweeting from the pass from Douche as he was retrieving his own rebound. And pucks in behind the net now. And that's nice. So, Heartlanders come out with Jackson to take the face-off. Reinhold on the wing. Pryor on the right wing. The Wild and Buckholz on D. Buckholz has to protect here as the Griffins came with it initially, but then that one comes up, and that's it should be offsides, or delayed offsides here. As the Wild will correct it. He skates forward with a little room, puts it up to Pryor. Pryor cuts through. Pryor puts it across, sitting there for a good attempt there, but just the goaltender was able to come out and play that. Buckholz now has the puck. He cuts through with speed. Coming down. Backhands it. The goaltender able to squeeze it there, and it's held in by the Griffins D. So the McNary, Davidson, Schmidt line is back out with Gorsh and Heath on D. Comes across off the face-off towards Davidson, but through him. And the Griffins are able to come down the ice. That shot off Reuter. Reuter sticks it forward towards Davidson. Good play there by Reuter. And Davidson gets pushed off the puck across the blue line, and that's going to be another penalty. Calling for a slash there. And the Heartlanders will take the puck down to the right of the Griffins goaltender. McNary to take the face-off. Minute 30 on the power play. Comes back to Heath. Heath taps it forward to Davidson. Davidson cuts it across but loses it, and here comes the Griffins. Cutting through on the high slot, whips it in, but Heath is over there to protect for it. Strong player here for the Griffins, controlling the play. Up high, shot. Reeder makes the save. This one kicks up and out for the Heartlanders. Back to the D, and that goes all the way down. No icing here on the power play. Heartlanders got to collect the puck here. They got one more player out there. Find the open man. Davidson's got it. Davidson cuts through, but loses it, and back to neutral ice. Heath has got it. Heath skates it forward himself. Looks for Davidson. Well, goes through Davidson to Heath. McNary across the middle, going as Heath goes to the corner. Only one D back. Shot in front. Goes through. McNary gets to it. He backhands it off the side of the net, and it's held by the Griffins. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Heartlanders. 1-1 game here with 7 minutes left in the second. Sweeney will take the face-off. Goes back to Buckholz. He cuts forward, spins around, passes back to DeWild. DeWild puts it back to Buckholz. Buckholz The Wild ends up with it. Was able to throw it on net, but harmless shot and picked up by the Griffins goaltender. The Wild and Buckholtz back on D. Sweeting will take the face-off with Greenlee on the right side. And Beneke on the right. Or on the left, I should say. Buckholtz holds it. Nope, it's offsides. The late offsides, and we'll take a face-off in neutral ice. Power play is over once again for our Heartlanders. So that's at least 3 power plays now, and not much to show for those so far.
We're not used to playing delayed offsides.
Puck put in by DeWild all the way into the zone. Beneke comes up with on that one, not able to hold it. Picked up into the neutral ice, and coming forward is Buckholtz. Across the middle, gets held there as he looks to take a shot. Sitting back, spins around, he's got it, he shoots it, net's off, and they have to whistle that as the puck, as the net was pushed off on the effort there by the Heartlanders. We'll take the face off now to the right of the goaltender for the Griffins. Jackson will take the face off. Brian Holt behind them. Comes back past Brian Holt to Ghost. Ghost throws it in. And they fight for it in the corner. Ghost throws it off his own player. He's back to it again. He steps forward. Another penalty coming up high off the goaltender, off the netting behind. And another delayed penalty here.
Just throw it out there. He draws a lot of penalties.
Interference called on this play. And with 5:37 left in the second, Jackson will take a face-off with Pryor behind him. Holt there. Actually, no. That one's thrown in. A good shot by Gross. Thrown in. Pryor's got it with a look. Oh, he's spamming the shot. Pryor, Jackson on it. Who's there? Puts it up to Holt, I should say. Throw it all the way down. No icing here. Held by Ruder. Throws it up past his man that was quick again. And this one's thrown forward to Holt. And further deep for the Heartlanders. Jackson, Pryor have it. Comes all the way through, all the way down. They had something going there and just couldn't connect on the pass. 38 seconds left on the power play for the Heartlanders. Holt. Hit there by Pryor. Ran into one of the Griffins players. I'm going to bounce off the side of the net. A little more aggressive this year, guys. We're on the power play. Let's go. Pryor leaves it for McNary. McNary steps into it, then skates through. Comes in onside. Cuts back. Fans on it. Kicks it forward. Back towards the D. Thrown in by Gross. And Reinhardt now. 4 minutes left in the period. And that one's kicked right off the skate of Schmidt to the Griffins, but they weren't able to connect on it. Up the boards, up to Noah Davidson. Comes down with McNary. He throws it wide of the net, loved by the goaltender though. And with 3:41 left in the second period, remains a 1-1 game. Heartlanders now 0 for 4 on the power play.
They're skating. They're skating on practice. Someone's going to be skating.
McNary to take the face off here. And he fights for it. Actually goes onto the goaltender off the face off. I think it was kicked back by one of the Griffins. McNair picks it up, throws it to the corner, and Schmidt goes after it. Up the boards, past Davidson, back to Buckholtz there. Buckholtz spins around. He throws it towards Schmidt. But past him. Comes to McNair. They're offsides, though, and they come offsides. Neutral zone face-off here on the offsides call. They're going to make the change on the forward lines. They leave DeWild and Buckholtz back on D. Greenlee on the right side. Sweeting took the face-off there. And Beneke is on the left there. Just went past him. Sweeting throws it on net. And the Griffins cut forward now. Picked up by Greenlee. Put around the boards. Beneke's going to pick this up. Beneke cuts it towards center ice. Towards the high slot area there, I should say. Beneke throws it. And then here comes Greenlee. Sweeting comes onto it. Couldn't collect it, though. Going across the slot area. Then put back in by DeWild. Around the boards. Up past everybody. And that one's put deep into the zone. Buckholtz picks up the puck. Skates forward. And skates past everybody. Here he comes down the ice. Trying to go coast to coast. Here he comes on net. Backhand up and into the net. Buckholtz gets it down coast to coast. And puts it home. And that'll make it 2-1 here with 1:57 left in the second period. Buckholtz hits the puck in the net, and Jackson will come up to take the face-off. Goes past Pryor, and they have to get back on side. Reinhold and Jackson. Buckholtz. Okay, Reinhardt. Reinhold. Thank you very much. As you can tell, I'm learning the names here. They put some pressure on the net there, but the puck bounces out for the Griffins, and Gross comes forward with it. He loses it in the corner, comes all the way down off his deep position. Pryor sits back one though. Looks like the net's off again. They did not whistle it, but the net is definitely off just a tad. Left there, high stick there by the Griffins player. This is kicked forward and picked up by Reinhold on the boards. Fighting for it with 50 seconds left in the period. Jackson. And here comes a call on a cross check being called on. No one's coming to the box, so looks like it is a Heartlander penalty this time.
He's like, what?
So Brian Holt will go to the box for the Heartlanders. And apologize for the names here, trying to learn all the names here in today's game. So as I'm hacking the names, please forgive me. McNair will take the face off. Comes across there. Heartlanders are able to whack at it. As Gross kicking it out of the zone. Sweeting. McNary's got it with 30 seconds. He cuts into the zone. This is shorthanded. McNary shoots it. That goes in. McNary scores on a shorty. That'll make it 3-1 Heartlanders with 23 seconds left in the period and 1:09 left on the power play for the Griffins power play. Sweeting fights for it, gets knocked down, no call there. Throws it to the corner. 9 seconds left in the period. McNary gives chase on it and goes up the boards and out, and that should do it for the second period. And the Heartlanders score 2 in the second and now take a 3-1 lead to the third. They will be starting shorthanded for another 45 seconds. All right, heading to the third. Heartlanders are winning by 2, but down a man here for 46 seconds is, I think, what they're going to put back on the clock here. 15 minutes on the game clock. Eric's trying to get you the accurate times as close as possible there on your ticker there. 46 seconds left on the power play for the Griffins, trying to bring it back within 1 after the Heartlanders were able to get a shorthanded goal there at the beginning of this power play. Puck bounces around, sitting there. Reeder holds the line, but the net comes off. Now that net is not going to stick in spot there. Very easily coming off. Pegs weren't placed very well, I think, at the beginning of this one. Referee's trying to encourage it to stay in spot. But Reeder was able to hold the post there that time. And that one's thrown all the way down with 20 seconds left on the power play for the Griffins. Pryor giving chase on this. Jackson, Buckholtz, and the Wild are the Heartlanders that are out there right now. 7 seconds left on an icing there called on the Griffins. Yeah, right. Yeah. Whereas, yeah, in Bantams, they would have been, icing would have been called. Well, hang on. There's 5 players out there. Okay, so now they're changed up. McNary will come to take the face off. Jackson comes off. Got Schmidt on the wing with McNary, and then Buckholz and DeWild still back on D. Face off goes right to the Griffins. And now the puck goes in behind DeWild. I'll have to give chase that. Goes in front. Held, sitting there, watch out! And the front of the net was left open. And the Griffins were able to put that in. I don't think that was a power play goal. I think that was just as the power play was ending. But Heartlanders get caught behind there, and man was sitting out front, and Reuter was kind of left out to dry there. Wasn't able to do much as he was down holding after the initial shot. McNary will take the face off. Goes to the Griffins, but then back to the D of the Heartlanders. McNary gets pushed down. Held in the zone. Might have been on side, but now they'll come back on side. Schmidt. McNary's got it. McNary cuts back. McNary cuts through. McNary shoots up high off the blocker of the goaltender. In the skates of the Griffins, McNary holds it, throws out front. Davidson goes back towards the D with it as he gets punched to the boards. Held on the blue line and back deep again. McNary gives chase. Up the boards and out to Huth. Huth back to McNary. McNary sets forward, gains the line. McNary cuts through. Takes it well wide. Cuts back, throws it across towards Davidson in front. Sitting there, no one's there to whack it forward. Then there's a shot. Gets all the way through to the goaltender. This one back to the D of the Heartlanders. Schmidt's got it. He throws it up into the goaltender's glove. Heartlanders getting some pressure on that shift. And now Sweeting will come out with Beneke and that's Pryor on the other side. Or no, that is a Greenlee on the other side. Beneke back to Greenlee. Sweeting. Buckholz into Wild back on D. They try to cut in front with it. Bouncing around. Tries to stuff it as the Heartlanders. Number of Heartlanders came in. 12:36 left in the third. Sweeting. Back to DeWild. DeWild throws it up off of one of his teammates. Sitting there, bounces around. Gets under for the Griffins, throws it to the corner. Beneke gets some pressure. Goes back to Greenlee. Greenlee back to DeWild. DeWild back to Greenlee. Greenlee's got it. He throws it on net. Low shot. Bounces off the goaltender. Picked up by the Griffins D. Buckholz throws it back in behind the net. Greenlee gives pressure. Back towards Beneke. Through him, though. Now to Buckholz. Buckholz steps forward. Buckholz off of the skate of the D of the Griffins. And now they come forward. Pass to Wild. Buckholz gets back. Back past Reuter's glove hand. Buckholz. That was Beneke to Buckholz. And Sweeting gives pressure. Continues to give pressure out to neutral ice for the Griffins. The Wild's got it. Puts it forward, out to neutral ice. Puck sitting there. Here it comes. The Griffins shot on to Reuter. That one comes forward. Watch out. And the net's off again. So that does not want to stay in place. Anytime a goaltender pushes off at all, it moves. 11:12 left in the third.
Someone's just gonna. They're just gonna get some volunteer to put the helmet on and sit on top of the net.
And now the shot goes well wide there for the Griffins. Pryor does a nice bump there to push the player off. This one's comes across to Jackson. He throws it in for Reinhold. Past Jackson to Huth. Huth got it. He throws it a little bit deeper for Jackson. Jackson throws it deeper now for Reinhold. Back to Huth. He can't hold the line though. Huth puts it into some open ice for Pryor. Goes into Pryor's skates. Held on his own onto the goaltender by, that was Grosh that put it onto the goaltender there. Now he skates it into some open ice. He cuts through and in his own. Held, good hold there by Grosh. Then he holds it again. And sitting there, the Heartlanders have to retreat, but then kicks forward, back to the D. Grosh throws it forward. Reinhold was over there as well. Pryor can't hold him up, and here comes a shot onto Reuter, and he's able to squeeze it. There's going to be a penalty here. And Grosh will go to the box on that play. Pulling a rough there. And that'll send out the Heartlanders group here of McNary and Schmidt on the forward positions. Buckholz and DeWild back on D here on the penalty kill. This one goes wide. Heartlanders did get a shorthanded goal on the last power play. But at the end of that power play, the Heartlanders, McNary kicks it forward. Heartlanders gave up a goal there towards the end of that period. McNary's still fighting for it against two players, getting pushed to the boards. McNary comes after it again. This one pops out past everybody, all the way down. Buckholz to pick this one up. Buckholz to go all the way down the ice onto the goaltender. And Heartlanders sitting back, letting him play it forward. Buckholz will pick this one up. He throws it forward, up over top of his player, Schmidt, back to neutral ice. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Griffins. Buckholz steps forward on it, wants to take it, fights for it. McNary sitting back for him. They all fight for it there, kicks it up and out. Held and pushed forward. Not much doing here for the Griffins as Heartlanders have held it down at their end or neutral ice for most of this power play. McNary's got it. He'll throw it down the ice. Not hard enough, though. He comes after it again. And the power play is over for the Griffins, but here they come. This one goes deep into the corner. McNary's going to pick this up. Takes it behind the net. He throws it back the other way as he has some traffic in front of him. Davidson now works it out of the zone. That is Davidson again working it forward. And here comes Schmidt. Schmidt throws it off of the defense of the Griffins. This one thrown wide of the net by Huth. Gross now back out of the box. Sweden throws it across past Noah Davidson. Noah tackles down the player, knocks down his own player as well. Puck sits there, and Davidson comes away with it. Schmidt here shoots it wide of the net. Davidson, this pressure, this one shot out from high. It was Gross that shot that. Davidson on again. This one up the dasher. Heartlanders get the shot again from up high. And Greenlee fights for it. 6:48 left in the third. Heartlanders hold on to this lead right now. This one bounces on out of the goaltender, and the Swede is giving pressure. Heartlanders set out the group here. I think so. Lines got mixed up a little bit based on these on this here. Jackson with uh, Beneke and Greenlee on the other wing. Buckholz and the Wild on D. Comes to Buckholz. He throws it in wide the net. Buckholz has it. Buckholz steps forward. Cuts through. Dancing through. Shoots off the goaltender's shoulder and up and bounces back down. The Wild's got it. He throws it in off the D of the Griffins. Up and held momentarily by the Wild, but then it bounces around for Beneke. Beneke cuts through, loses it, and the man chasing him from behind, calling him off. The bench was complaining that they were off, but I'm not sure if it was or not. Buckholz comes through. Buckholz loses the boards and holds it there on the boards now. Jackson sitting back for him. This one, they attempt to put it back to the Wild. The Wild's got it. He throws it towards the net, but not through. That one gets through to Wild, and here comes a chase for the puck. Cheating Griffin players try to throw it across, but now Buckholz comes through with speed. He's got Jackson on the other side. Buckholz throws it across, past Jackson. Beneke not able to do anything with it, and they've got a streaking Griffins player ran into his own man. And back the other way now is Huth. Or no, that was Gross. Gross comes through and shoots and scores. Made that look easy. Gross, Gross comes through and scores, and that'll make it 4-2 Heartlanders with 5:38 left in the third. McNary, Reinhold, and Pryor out there right now. Centers have got mixed up here from the earlier lines. There's Huth, who I confused for our goal scorer Gross there a moment ago. Gross remains out there with Huth. And here he comes again. Gross coming down the ice. Skating, cutting through, shoots off the goaltender's, might have been off his shaft of his stick there. McNary's got it back on D, throws it towards the net. Now McNary will go forward with the D recovery. This one comes all the way down. Ruder's going to have to play this. He loses it. Luckily, he had some help there because almost mishandled that one right in the net. This one up off of somebody that near the bench and sits there for Pryor. Pryor puts it back to the D. Then across to who puts it up to McNary. McNary's got it. McNary gains the line. He throws it across. Reinhold was not able to get to it. Lots of guys behind there. Everyone's making changes here, and we're mixed up here. Lots of players on the ice there for the Griffins as they were trying to make changes. Bounces around. The Wild, lots of just back and forth here, neutral ice. No one really wants to collect the puck. The Wild shoots it off the goaltender's glove. The Wild backhands it, sitting there. Reinhold tried to get to it, shot wide of the net by the D of the Heartlanders over there. That was Pryor that was sitting back in the D position. Why it confused me. Buckholz now goes through him back the other way for to Wild. To Wild up the boards times Reinhold. Sweeting throws it wide. 3:18 left, 4-2 Heartlanders here in the third period. Buckholz cuts through, dances around, backhand wide of the net. Sweeting throws it into the glove hand of the goaltender. Might have been going wide anyways, from my angle anyways. 3:04 left in the third. Jackson will take the face off with Davidson and Schmidt on the wings. He was able to hold it initially, tries to hold it again, tries to hold it a third time. He does and holds it. He came out of the zone, but his line mates got back and he throws it in. Schmidt throws it on the net. Goaltender makes a save there, kicks it to the side of the net, and the Griffins are coming forward with it. Good move by the Griffin player around the D of the Heartlanders, but wasn't able to get the shot on net. Up past Schmidt. He puts it across to Davidson. Davidson's got space. Davidson cuts back and leaves it there for Jackson. Jackson. Oh, Schmidt almost had a chance to whack at that as Jackson lost the puck in front of the net. And 2 minutes left here. Approaching 2 minutes left here in the third. Heartlanders need to keep playing hard, though. It's only a 2-goal game. And there is Davidson. Throwing it down the ice. He spreads it behind the net up to Schmidt. Schmidt tries to play up the boards. He does on the second effort. But picked up by the Griffins. Held by the D there. Davidson tries to cut back. Davis ends up with it at center ice. Comes forward and throws it in. 1 minute and 20 seconds left or so now in the third period. Heartlanders trying to finish this thing out. Here comes McNary after the puck. McNary ends up with the puck. He cuts back towards the net with it, but then it's going all the way down. Should be an icing. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the game. 4-2 Heartlanders. McNary, Beneke, and Pryor out there. Actually, that's Greenlee on the right side, not Pryor. McNary fights for it off the face-off, goes down the ice, pack, Buckholz, and DeWild. 1 minute left in the period. Be another icing. We'll go do it again. .59 seconds left on the clock. McNary will take the face-off again with Beneke and Greenlee on the wings. Buckholz and DeWild back on D. McNary fights for it. Picked up by Greenlee. But then up towards the dasher. DeWild gets a stick in there. Greenlee kicks it forward. DeWild back towards Greenlee, sitting there. Going across the ice back to Buckholz. Buckholz, 37 seconds left. He sticks it forward. Buckholz holds it behind the net. He gets pushed down. Back up the boards to Beneke. Through past Greenlee. McNary sticks at it. Buckholz has it behind the net. 15 seconds left. They're just trying to kill out the clock here. Buckholz now skates it himself. Skates it forward. Empty net. He puts it in the empty net. Buckholz with another goal here in this game to wrap it up. That is going to be 5-2 Heartlanders with just 4 seconds left in the game. And they'll let this one clock run out. And your Heartlanders take the first game of the season 5-2 here against the Griffins in Des Moines and Urbandale in the Des Moines metro area. And we'll be back here in a little while for a scheduled as a 5:45 start. Might be starting a little bit earlier than that, depending on the Zamboni and the teams. But we're back here for game 2 here of the doubleheader of your Junior Heartlanders JV team playing against the Des Moines Griffins. Thanks for watching.